Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and this is the ROG Phone 3. This was launched recently for quite an interesting price. The company had actually given a long explanation about why the pricing has been up, at least this time. Earlier the ROG Phone 2 was priced very well, and this time there are a few things that has led the company to increase the pricing. And obviously there are things that sometimes companies also can't control, but let's not talk about all that. Let's talk about what it actually offers in terms of gaming. First of all, the display here, it's a 144 hertz display, super smooth, actually really smooth. And sometimes if you actually use 144 hertz display and go back to any smartphone that has 60 hertz, you would feel the difference. You'll feel like you have actually gone down to one of the slower phones. Even though the phone might have one of the best chipsets, the lesser refresh rate actually makes you feel that it's a slowed down response from the display. And now about the gaming here, there are quite a lot of things to talk about. Firstly, if you talk about some games like Pubg Mobile itself, one of the most famous games, one of the games why people choose these kind of phones. Look at what the animations here are. Firstly, there's this X mode which is turned off, but as soon as you turn that on, you'll see this light animation actually changing colors there. And it's not only for that animations. X mode actually improves the performance of the device. Now once we are into this, you'll see the options for smooth extreme, balanced extreme, HD extreme and HDR extreme. Ultra HD is not there anyway. It won't be there on any smartphone right now in India. So you have the support for HDR extreme in this smartphone, which is one of the best settings for Pubg Mobile in India. And now you also have a fully supported gyroscope with a great response and performance. So just to give you a quick demo of that, I'll just go into the training room, give you a quick demo of the gyroscope. Even though I'm not a gyroscope player, well, let's try to see how it works. And now this smoothness, what you're seeing here from my finger movement and the smoothness here, that's what you don't see a lot from some of the basic phones, and that's what is better on this smartphone when compared to most of the others. So now only to show you the gyroscope performance here, let's keep it on always on first and let's go to the sensitivity. So if you go into this and go into the gyroscope, let's pull this out to 300, and for 3x let me take it to around 228, and even for this let's keep it the same. And now the gyroscope is turned on for always on. So this is the gyroscope response. You can see it's really responsive and almost real time. There's no delay here. But now if you have the scope turned on, this is on 228 sensitivity. So let me now try to give you a quick demo of the same. And as I said, I'm not a gyroscope player, so I won't be able to give a proper judgment of this, but I hope you can see how good the performance of this one is. Now this is on 6x. The delay is not so much anyway. So actually I would say the gyroscope is pretty good, but you can't be the judge when you aren't a good player for that particular thing. I'm not a gyroscope player, so I won't be able to give a lot of judgment about it.
अबे अरे वेट ही नहीं है। अब ये सामने भी दो ही लग रहे हैं मुझे। एक नॉक कर दो, रश कर देंगे, मैं तो कह रहा। अपनी बिल्डिंग तो क्लियर है पूरी। चलो चलो चलो, कहाँ नॉक किया है बताओ।
Marked a location.
वो गया राइट।
Marked a location.
पीछे पड़ा मैं।
And after that, if we move on to some of the other games, we did a COD Mobile test as well, and did the 60 FPS gaming on that, and you can check out some of the clip of that here.
Tied for the lead. We've taken the lead. Reloading! Cover me! Enemy in sight. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV recon is standing by. Sniper! Frag! Changing mag! Hunter killer drone ready for deployment. Reload! Cover me! Reloading! Missile awaiting orders.
And also Dead Trigger 2, just to show you how good the 120 FPS performance of this smartphone is, and everything is a recorded gameplay. And on Dead Trigger 2 we cannot record more than 60 FPS obviously, because no smartphone allows you 120 FPS recording, so you won't be able to see that. But here, if we go into the graphic settings and show you what is possible under settings, if we go into this and go to the performance part of this, you have the ultra high graphic detail and default of 120 FPS, and you have all the settings where the default of 120 FPS is possible. And now let me also talk about some major features here. That is this is the game Genie from Asus, that has all the information such as the real-time info, which gives you the information for the refresh rate in this device. Right now it's at 90, but when you play it anyway goes to 120, so you can see the Dead Trigger 3 gameplay here to understand whether it got the 120 FPS properly or not. It actually is performing pretty well there.
I'll take that. Might come in handy.
Now the next part is about the A triggers. So for that, let me quickly go back to PUBG Mobile and show you the A triggers there. So if you go into the PUBG Mobile, now for A triggers, there's this option, turn it on, and I have set it to a couple of places here. If you see, I have set it to a couple of places. Let me place them properly. So now if I go here, so the A triggers this time are not a single A trigger. These are L1, L2 and R1, R2. So the A triggers here are, this is the L1, L2. I have set it to only one right now, so it's working well there. Now the R1, R2 are set for left and right peak. If you see this, I'm not using the screen, I'm just peeking with this one. And the same thing if I'm using the left trigger. So this actually needs some good practice. Initially you need some good practice to also hold it. So A triggers are actually a very functional kind of utility, and if you're a gamer, you'll understand the need for it when you're actually playing for proper professional way, and with some practice you'll also be able to take advantage of this one. So A triggers can be set for any button here. As you can see, I have set it for those buttons, and now I can move this. And it's not just tap. As I said, dual partition was set here. I can do the same here as well, and there's also option for slide and swipe as well. So there are a lot of things you can do this kind of swiping and sliding as well for those particular functions. So there's quite a lot of things that can be done here, and you can also set macros. So it's actually a lot of things that you can do from the ROG phone. If you are a gamer, if you want to actually record these things, you can record them well. And the refresh rate 120, you can change it from here itself. You can change it to 60, 90, 120 and 144. In PUBG Mobile it doesn't matter actually, because in PUBG Mobile you can get the best of 60 FPS, so not more than that. And that's it. This was the A triggers. Now the other things here are marked clip, data only, and also the speed up option, where in case there are things running in the background, if there are a lot of process in the background, you can clean that up from here itself. And you also have the option of crosshair and locking touch, also locking the auto brightness. So those things can be changed as well from Game Genie. And this is the real-time info, as you can see here, where you would see all the information such as the frame rate, the temperature of the phone, the battery percentage, CPU and GPU utilization as well. So this was a quick demo of everything that is possible on the ROG Phone 3. There's anyway liquid cooling and those things, but I wanted to show you what the Game Genie offers, and also show you the quick gameplays of PUBG Mobile, COD Mobile and the Dead Trigger 3 with 120 FPS gameplay. So that's it in this video. This was all about the ROG Phone 3. Basically all about the gaming on the smartphone. I hope you like this video. If you do share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching and see you next video.